Hey, everybody, and welcome back to Quick Review Thursday, a show we haven't done in, I think, a couple months. The last one we did was Sinners. So
Right,
that was, I
right.
think, August or September, something like that. Something a little while ago. So we are back at it. Hi, I'm your host, Jonathan Moody. I'm here with.
Paul Presenza, otherwise known as the Moo Cow Moo.
Yes, and we're here to talk about a movie that a friend of mine sent me a copy of. Greg Lamberson sent me the copy of Frenzy Moon. It is a Uh, let's see. It's a werewolf movie, obviously. You know, when you think moon, you think of werewolf. That's what I always think of. I don't know if that's what you always think of when you think of moon, you know, full moon. But I'm really excited to talk about this. I really enjoyed it. I know you had some issues, like some technical issues and things like that that you mentioned.
Your sound is coming in and out, dude. Just letting you know.
Whoa, crap. What's going on?
Don't know.
Ah, it says my internet connection is unstable. Why? I don't know. Hold on 1 second.
Because you're an unstable Moody.
Uh, should be okay. It's glow fiber. They never had that issue before. All right. Am I still good?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you said you had some technical issues with the movie. You want to get
Yeah, I
into a little bit
actually
of that?
wrote a bunch of notes. Now I'm familiar with Gregory Lambertson's stuff, and it seems to me that there are times when he makes good things, good fun things, where he seems to have more care to some of the films. Slime City Massacre was fun. I loved what was it, the rack, the evil, was it the evil rack?
Killer Rack?
Killer rack, yeah, that was a lot of fun. Um, then remember, I had seen, what was the one that I had seen? Widow's Peak or Widow's
What is
Point.
point? Yeah.
Widow's Point. And I pointed out a bunch of issues that I had with that. Although, to be perfectly honest, one of the actresses in that movie was in this movie too. That was Caitlin Newberry, whom I adore.
We
So
said
that
that.
was
I said that to him. It's like when I saw that Caitlyn was in this, I said, "Oh my God!" And I think he may work on some more projects with her. So that'd
I
be
hope
great.
so. She's not only is she marvelous and gorgeous, she's just a really, really good actress. And everything that I've seen her in, I've just been very, very impressed. You know,
Oh, she
um,
was great. I mean, it was sad that she was only in it for
I
like
know,
10
and that's
minutes.
one of the things I wanted to say. I really did not like most of the characters. I really liked the first two. I don't remember who the gentleman was. I think he was also in Widow's
What
Peak.
a point. Point.
They were both really good, and I really wished that the movie had been centered on them. I just think that their characters, I was just more interested in them than I was. Now, I can't say I disliked all of the characters. There were a couple that I liked, but the movie itself, while it had some positive stuff in there, I just felt that it was sloppy. I just thought that there were things that could have been done. For example, like the part where um, the one really nice girl goes out into the porta poo to use that, and you see just before she leaves, they're playing some music that's supposed to be coming out of the phone, even though we all know it's not.
Right.
And you can hear it, and it's shaking the porta potty that loud. I'm like, nah, dude, no music coming out of nobody's phone is that loud, that clear, and that strong. Not going to happen. And we're supposed to believe that that muffles her screams when the creature comes and fucks with her. Stuff like that, and then like there's supposed to be a family's cabin, and then like the first thing you see when you walk in is there's this big exit sign. I'm like, nobody has an exit sign in their home, so clearly they used somebody else's property, which is fine. You just say that. Don't pretend that it's something that it's not.
Well, I mean, they needed that for the story, which I don't know if we'll go into too many spoilers,
Hmm.
and stuff because I don't want to. I don't. This movie hasn't even come out yet, so I don't want to say any spoilers.
Right.
But I do want to say yes. I agree with the porter potty issue and the and stuff like that. But I mean, even stuff like that didn't bother me in the movie. It bothers you, and that's
Well,
things. But I
and
just
you know me, I see things in the background, and then I know things that most folks don't, like the whole thing with um the Iroquois using bear bears as guard. No, they didn't do that. That's not one of their traditions.
Mm.
Unfortunately, they had masks and they used chants, they used rattlers, they used something called the fake false face society to ward off evil spirits, but they never used like animal totems. That wasn't their thing. There's other Native American tribes who did that. So it's like just 5 minutes of looking on the internet, you can find that. That's what I mean by sloppy.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how quick this script was for them to write or whatever or do that. I think really the whole movie is basically about the werewolf stuff,
Hmm.
and everything, and the twist at the end and things like that, which I kind of saw coming. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
me too.
And that more or less is me as a filmmaker who's written a bunch of like werewolf type stuff, like after
Hmm.
a while you kind of start guessing things right beforehand and then you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, and that's kind of tough. And to me, that's not a problem because every story has already been told. It's the way that you tell it that's important as far as I'm concerned. So I didn't really have a problem with that. And I thought story-wise, there was a lot of good stuff in here. I just wish that some of the details had been paid attention to. Like for example, here's probably the biggest issue I had. They clearly say that you don't need to have silver bullets in order to kill these werewolves. So, A, that kind of demythologizes them, which I don't really care for because they're no longer mythical creatures. But the second thing is, they don't act like that. When they attack, they just present themselves. They're all like crawling through the window, like, hello, here I am, shoot me in the face. If they were only harmed by silver bullets, they would do that. But if regular guns can kill them, why are they doing that? Why are they slowly presenting themselves just to get shot? And then
Yeah.
they all got shot because that's what they did. I was like, dumb werewolf.
Yeah. Okay, I get
This,
that.
this is what I'm saying. So I see what's there, and I know Gregory Lambertson has done good stuff in the past. So I just wanted to see this tightened up more, and I would have been much happier with it. It's not like it's a bad film. It's not a bad film. I think people should see it, but expect that it's not going to be perfect. There's going to be issues.
Well, I think what I think is for you specifically, you like more of his wild, kind of crazy, kind of culty kind of stuff, right? So Killer Rack, you like the Slime City Massacre, stuff
Did.
like that, where it's more silly and more goofy, more, to you it's more fun.
And Slime City Massacre is more gross too.
Yeah, more gross. But with your problem with this and maybe even Widow's Point is it's too serious, maybe too.
I
And
don't mind that, and I think that's good actually. But
okay.
I just wish the details been more paid attention to. There's some good stuff. I like some of the direction. I like some of the music that wasn't trying to come out of a phone. Some of the gore effects were good. Sometimes the werewolf stuff looked really good, sometimes not so much, but when it did look good, it really looked good. So I don't know who did their practical effects, but some of that looked really good. Some of the deaths were kind of gruesome, which were nice. So
Mhm.
I didn't mind that. I also didn't like that the one character that I really did not like at all was the one who survived. That really kind of ticked me off.
I mean, I think I saw that coming once again. I
Yeah.
did, and it didn't annoy me at all.
He was
I
such a
kind of
jerk, and especially to the nice girl where she's like, well, nobody told you to go out there. And she's like, fuck you did, bitch. You're the one who told her to go out there outside because you wouldn't let her into the bathroom.
hmm.
Smack. But
Yeah.
she's the one who ends up, at the end.
Don't say anything too
Although
spoiler
there
like.
is someone else, fortunately.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, so it's just little things like that kind of drove me crazy. But it's not my film. I don't get to be the one to make the choices, so I get it.
I did like some of the mythos with some of the werewolf stuff. I did, I liked, and I like that they kept with the idea that if you get bit, you get turned, which some people might change that or something, because they're sick of
It's a
the same
little
thing.
quick, but I do like that as well.
Well, I kind of like it being quick. I don't like it being because, like, especially if you're there for only 24 hours or whatever, or 12 hours pretty much.
Yeah, but I mean, if it's quick, that sort of underlines the fact that this is a mythical creature. But if it's if they're not mythical creatures, then why is it so fast? You know what I mean? That's what I
I
mean by being inconsistent.
I don't know. That didn't seem to bother me, but it's okay.
Yeah.
I mean, we both probably went in seeing different things in our eyes, and everything.
And
And
hey, that's just me. I still think people should go and check it out for themselves, especially if you like
yeah,
werewolf movies. You and I love werewolf movies.
I mean, what this kind of reminded me of is uh the Todd Sheets
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Bone
I
Hill
was thinking
Road.
that too.
Bonehill Road or
Bone Hill
whatever.
Road. Yeah.
And I thought it kind of reminded me of that. And I think what I like about that is it's the same thing of like Todd Sheets started out with was it the Bimbos movies and things like that. And then he worked his way up and he became a little bit more serious with his craft.
Hmm.
And he started making movies like this. And I really like that, and so when you watch something like this, I think Todd Sheets and Gregory Lamberson are sort of similar in their
And
their way.
I did want to put a shout out to, and I forget the name of the actress who was the lead, who was the one nice girl. She was really, really good. I really
Let me see.
found myself hoping the best for her. And she
Was
kind of
it
had,
Alyssa Grace Adams who played
yeah, that's the
Jennifer?
one.
Yeah,
Yeah, she was really good, and she really had a nice combination of pathos and vulnerability, and I dug that. I thought she was the strongest character there. You know,
there you go. So like we said, we think there's some really good stuff in it, and I really enjoyed it, and I would buy this movie. I would own this movie for sure. And I'd watch it. I hope that if the Blu-ray or so comes out that has like commentary with Greg, because I think he's done commentary for almost all his movies, whatnot. So I would love to hear that.
I
I
don't think I have any of his in Blu-ray. I think everything I ever have is his
On
is DVD.
DVD. Yeah, I think Widow's
Yeah.
Point I have on DVD too.
Mhm.
I do. I hope this would go on Blu-ray because I think DVD. I feel like DVD is slowly kind of dying in
Going
it,
by the way of the penny.
going by way of the Laserdisc
Mm,
or VHS.
could
Though
be.
those things do come back in retro style, but I would love to see this on Blu-ray. I think it looked really good. Honestly, in my opinion, it looked really decent. Like
Yeah, I think whoever did the cinematography did a very good job.
yeah. And so they did a wonderful job. So there you go. So I say watch it. Paul says watch it, even if it's not your cup of tea or
With a
you
bit
have
of a
questions.
reservation, but yeah, I say go ahead and watch it. I think if you're looking for a fun werewolf movie, you know, this is a good one to pick.
Yeah, this is definitely a good one to pick. There are not that many werewolf movies, and not ones where they actually show you the werewolf. And
Hmm.
they did a pretty damn good job with the werewolf costumes. So,
That stuff's expensive,
and
and
yeah,
it's hard to do convincingly unless
yeah.
you're going to go CGI route. And I'm so glad they did not do the CGI
Yep, it
route.
was very practical effects and everything, which I really liked.
Hmm.
I don't think there was much CGI at all, if any. So
I
it
didn't
was,
really notice it if
I
there
didn't
was.
notice any either. So there you go. But I really enjoyed it, and I can't wait. I watched it while I was in California. And he sent it to me, and I was just like, okay, I'll watch it now. So I started watching it. And I'm like, ooh, like I got into it like
I didn't
pretty
know that
quickly.
you knew him.
Oh yeah, I've known Gregory, and Greg's the one who asked me to get this out there. So,
Mhm.
I appreciate the screener. And I said, well, can I have my buddy, because I knew if I had something that Caitlin had done and you weren't invited to be on here to review it, you would have been pissed.
Hayden Newsbury is awesome sauce. She's one
Yes,
of my
we.
favorite indie actresses. I'd love to see her in more stuff. Please, Gregory, make her the lead in your next film. She was wonderful, and then the other guy was really good too. The two of them had immediate chemistry, and you could tell. You
Yep.
know, I wanted to follow their story.
Unfortunately, followed them pretty quickly, but hopefully everybody will see this and check it out and tell us what you guys think. If you guys have seen it, let us know your thoughts on it. But until then, next week will be Thanksgiving, so happy Thanksgiving, everybody. This is actually a perfect movie, for you guys to watch around Thanksgiving, I think. I feel like it's
Mhm.
got that little fall feeling to it. So
Happy Eat a Turkey Day.
eat a human and a turkey day, I
There you
guess.
go.
There you go. All
Gobble,
right.
gobble. There's gobbling going on. So
Yes,
there you
there
go.
is. There you go. So thank you guys so much. Hope you guys enjoyed this. We'll be back in 2 weeks for another episode of Quick Review Thursday. Until then, everybody, have a good one. Bye.
Bye.